Hi, this is Phil Hartman with PH Fabrication. Just wanted to put a little video together for anyone that's interested in wood bucks or a metal buck or a wire form buck, and also a little bit on the metal shaping and how I start when I need to build a wire form buck. But before I go any farther, I want to give a shout out to Ray Schilling at Pro Shaper. He's the one who turned me on to a wire form buck and has been a big help in teaching me how to shape metal. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, please do. It's Pro Shaper, and if you need to check out his website, it's proshaper.com. But if you're really interested, go check out his classes. Some of the best classes I've ever taken, and everything's hands-on and well worth the time and money. So you can see the difference between a wire form buck along with the wood buck that I've got here. Now, a few months ago, I had to build a 1946 Chevy rear truck fender. The customer wanted it a little bit different than a stock fender, which is the reason I didn't use a flexible shape pattern to just copy this. Now, Ray has a great flexible shape pattern method, and you could literally copy this fender without needing a wire form buck. Personally, I enjoy having a buck. Yes, they take up some room, but I'm able to set my pieces on the buck and actually get a feel of how the fender is going to look, making sure everything flows the way you want it to flow. And it kind of gives it something to rest against, at least your panels to rest against when you're standing back and looking at everything. But you can do everything with having an original fender and a flexible shape pattern and not need a wire form buck. Now, on the table, you can see I've started building the buck for the other fender I have to build. And what I always do is I start with the flat part of the fender, which in this case is the part that bolts to the truck bed. And my fixture table is basically representing the truck bed. With this being clamped down and all the little supports welded in place, now I can come in here, make my wheel well opening. Then once my wheel well is in place, or the opening for my wheel is in place, I can start running runners and actually making this kind of a silhouette of what the fender is going to look like. Now, you can make any shape, any kind of panel this way. In this case, since I already have one side of the fender done, I need to basically make a mirror image of this buck here on the floor. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time, but looking forward to getting this this project knocked out and back to the customer. So a few things that are different about a wood buck and the wire form buck. The biggest thing is you can see through a wire form buck all the way around. When you're forming metal and you need to see where the panels are hitting, how it's flowing, the wire form buck, you can see all the way around, inside, outside. There's no view that you cannot see. Another perk to the wire form buck, I can lift this with one hand. So when I'm done with this buck, you can hang it in the rafters, donate it to a bar, let them hang it in the bar, do whatever. You know, it's one of those things when you're done with making a panel for a customer, you always have bucks laying around. So the wood buck, there are some pros to having a heavy-duty wood buck around. With having this wood buck, you can really hammer on it. And I wouldn't say hammer on it like shape the metal completely, but you can really put a lot of force and kind of shape the metal around the buck if you need to in some places. But you can see, if you need to see through it, you can't. Also, hanging this in the rafters, you'd probably need a pretty heavy-duty building to hang a full car in the rafters. But there's a lot of pros and cons to both. And recently, like I said, I can't say a whole lot on the wood bucks because I do have a full boat tail speedster wood buck car in my garage at home. And I started building that before I took Ray's class and learned about a wire form buck. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that buck when I'm done with it. I might have to donate it to Ray and let him have it up at his shop. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at PH Fabrication. And also check out Ray Schilling's channel at Pro Shaper. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.